Welcome to This Week in West Hempstead, sponsored by Spiegel Law PC, 516-873-1683, Tiffany Dry Cleaners, and Reister's Bakery. Here are your hosts, David and Norm. Take it away, gentlemen.
All right, thank you, Dan, and we're joining everyone remote. It is the summertime, and people are in all sorts of strange locations or on vacation. But we have a full house today. We got Norm and Adam and Dan. And, we've been out for the last week or so we got a lot of stuff to catch up on.
Yeah, people have been asking, haven't they, Dave? They want to know where we went.
You know what? It's really interesting. I mean, I was in the library, and so the library in itself was a whole issue because, first of all, apparently I owed like $9.52, which I think even for me is like a record. I mean, like, I didn't even want to argue. I was just like,
you bought the book for less.
Yeah, and I was like, okay, I'm going to pay, and I'm going to pay with a credit card. And she said, great, go pay with a credit card. I'm like, oh, this is fantastic. So I paid with a credit card, which, again, I don't think they're still taking credit cards yet for events and other things. You still have to, go to the ATM and take out, money and count your change. But for returning books, not a problem. And I got asked a couple of times saying, where's the podcast? So we know people are watching.
Here we are.
And we know people are watching in the library. And there you go. So the first story I want to talk about is a story. It was based on a post that Adam put in on our Facebook site about some repaving. And Adam, maybe you can fill us in on some of the details.
First of all, it's great to see that they're doing a very much needed paving. And we did hear from people who say that their streets haven't been paved in literally decades. One person said back to the 70s. I can't even imagine that roads can last that long. So we're glad that they're doing it. And nobody likes to ride on that roadway once they've already stripped off, which is called milling. They've stripped off the asphalt and they leave that very, very rough surface underneath. It's hard for your tires. It's bad for your shock absorbers. It's dangerous.
Yeah.
And sometimes it could be days and days between those two steps of the process. So we asked our very informed neighborhood audience community about why do you think that is? And people did have good answers. And one is that they recycle the asphalt and bring it back. Another is that they have to survey the surface, make sure there's no problems that have to be repaired. And also it's a manpower issue. So, of course, we would all like to see that two-step process take a few hours, strip it off, put it back, like they have to do on the highway because they can't keep the highway that way for long. They do it more quickly that way. But we know it's limited manpower, it's a limited expense, and it takes time. But it is frustrating when you see these streets for days at a time on that very rough surface that you have to drive on. And if you have an older car like I do,
I hate to
dropping out of the bottom.
I hate to say it, Adam. They haven't done your street or near your house, have they?
No, but they did fill some potholes the same time they were.
There you go.
All right.
Street. They did they filled the same potholes over and over again. It's good work if you can get it. You'll never run out of work filling those same 4 potholes on the same street. But
yeah, well.
we're glad to see them doing the work. We encourage the work, and thanks to all those people who participated in that discussion and gave us very informed answers, because an informed community is the best community.
Yeah, I did notice a couple of weeks ago, especially on Hempstead Turnpike, they were doing a major repaving. And when you went from South Cherry Valley Road to Hempstead Turnpike, it was like a huge bump. If you didn't see it, you would you would probably lose an axle. And then eventually they finished it, and Hempstead Turnpike looks to be nice and smooth now. But, very often, especially if the town does it, it seems like there are these big gaps of time when they, strip out the asphalt, the milling, and they don't do the full paving. They don't put the lines on. I guess it's just a regular process, but it is what it is.
I will say that I remember the days they were working on Hempstead Turnpike over there. They didn't wait long there. It's too major a street, I think, for them to be able to do that. So I remember noticing that they did the milling, and within a day or two they were back with the paving part.
Yeah.
we can really invite someone from the town to come on the show and talk about this a little more. But what's strange about it is it's so random how they pick streets that are not connected to each other. They do one street and skip over to someplace else. There's a science to it and a process to it that we don't know. It'd be great to have somebody explain. And also, we know that there are streets where somehow they do half the street and not the other half. I guess because one side is worse than the other. I know also on, if you ever see on Dogwood Avenue, there's a whole stretch there where half is asphalt and the other half is concrete.
Yeah, no, I know that stretch.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a county.
They don't usually pave over the concrete. So, the concrete's probably the hardest surface they're going to get, and rarely have potholes.
Yeah, it's Dogwood in particular, and a couple of the streets. I think this was probably done like 50 years ago, and they just keep it going.
Yep.
All right, so moving on to the next item. We have that new store. Actually, they just celebrated their anniversary for Juice Sake, and it looks like they expanded their product line, and they're now going to be including fresh fruit platters on their menu, and they got a whole bunch of other stuff. Arguably, I am not a health food person, so I should go to these places more often, but the owner, Rita, seems to really be connected with the community, listens to what the community, wants, and tries to deliver. So
very impressive. In fact, I saw that she had a special today because of the fast day today that many Orthodox Jews in the community are celebrating. She has like a regeneration pack to help people recover from the fast. So she's really in tune with the community. It's great.
Yeah, it's really exciting. So I think it's another example of a local business that continues to grow and diversify and to listen to the community. So I think that's fantastic. So while I was doing some searching, I saw that the New York Equestrian Center, that's the horse stable on Eagle Avenue, they now have yoga
for the horses, right? The horses are going to be doing
not
yoga.
for the no. Maybe isn't there some sort of yoga where they have like dogs?
Goat. I've heard of goat yoga. Maybe dogs too. I don't know.
I need
Goat yoga?
Greatest of all time yoga or actual goats?
No goats. Actual goats. I don't know what they do. I don't know which positions the goats like. But what can I tell you?
Restful life being a goat.
That's one of the stranger things, Dan, I've heard. I mean, I could see doing yoga with like a golden retriever, but doing yoga with a goat does not exactly sound.
So
that
the horse yoga
interesting.
is with the horses?
I'm not sure. It's
We have to check that. I think we need to do a live shoot from there.
The new program combines yoga, mindfulness, and horseback riding. And there was an article, I think it was in the Herald. The founder, Lauren Barroso, explains how balance, breathing, and focus benefit riders and anyone looking for a unique wellness experience. So I think between For Juice Sake and this, horse yoga, you got everything you need in the community.
Summer fun. Unbridled
think of
enthusiasm.
a few more we could add.
And to just think that people have been waiting a couple of weeks for us to do This Week in West Hempstead, and this is what we come. People say, why the heck am I listening to these guys?
The same reason they listen every week is for these wonderful moments we provide.
How many places can you hear about horse yoga? What are you talking about? This is
next thing you know, you're going to be, driving by Echo Pool, and you're going to see some horses, drinking, juice and doing yoga. What I don't understand about the pool, and we keep talking about the fact that when you go down Nassau Boulevard, there's like no privacy. It's like a beautiful pool, but you got that, you got the metal fence, and why can't they do like what they do in Garden City, where they just put up like green mesh or something that kind of appears to close in the pool so that you don't have to necessarily see Nassau Boulevard from the swimming pool. So
I
Oh,
I
it
don't know.
was up the hill from there. So
Yeah, I,
Yeah.
I guess it's among other things, it's probably money like everything else, and we're certainly glad they put the money and the time into keeping the pool
yeah,
functioning and looking clean
be
and well
grateful
and
for what
everything.
they did give us.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah, and by the way, the pool with this hazy, hot, humid weather, though not today. Today's beautiful. Seems to be really packed. So it's great to see. I don't know, Adam, if you have
yeah. First of all,
anything to
people should
add.
be aware they close earlier in this summer, 8:45 as opposed to 9:45. I'm not really sure what the reason may be. Staffing, probably staffing. That's one thing. And my recommendation is to go at dusk. I love swimming in the outdoor pool at dusk, just as the sun is setting. It's the perfect temperature. It's very tranquil, and the crowds are a lot less too.
That's great. All right, so I think now we're going to take a quick commercial break.
At Tiffany Dryer Cleaners, we make garment care simple with amazing customer service, environmentally safe detergents, and free pickup and delivery right to your home or your office. Call or text or WhatsApp Jeff at 718-309-5222. Schedule your convenient pickup and delivery.
All right, and we're back. And so the next story actually appeared on News 12, but it certainly relates to us. It's something called Operation Hard Hat, where the police are cracking down yet again on the Southern State Parkway. Nearly 70 drivers were ticketed in one day, 33 citations for speeding through highway work zones. And it's always great that to see the state troopers and state police cracking down on the Southern State, but it's still a crapshoot. I mean, you could still be driving down the Southern State doing 50, 55, whatever it is, and be passed by two BMWs, because they're always BMWs, doing about 95, 120 miles an hour, and risking everyone's life. So I'm really glad to see that the law enforcement is starting to take this seriously.
Well, they're going undercover as construction workers, apparently. I'm not sure how they're pulling people over dressed as construction workers, but apparently it's working. They got 70 people in one day, so whatever works.
Well, I think going undercover is a good thing, but at the end of the day, as seen in other areas, certainly around the country, you have the technology, you have sensors, you have cameras, you can fly drones, they have things that can like shoot something at a car so you don't have to do a high-speed chase and then, get them later or whatever it is. There's all sorts of emerging technologies as opposed to, cops wearing hard hats and, hiding, somewhere. So again, nothing wrong with it, but it just seems like, they really, really got to clamp down on the situation.
I think on the plus side, though, because they had that other effort, whatever it was, they did like a special push and they had the cops just as cops out there. Look, whatever it takes to get more of the cops out there and get these people and stop them from speeding as best they can, I'll take it. I don't care. They want to dress up in clown outfits, whatever it takes.
I've
That
never
would
been
work.
ticketed by a clown.
That
I
would
mean,
definitely work.
I-
Everybody's
I've never
afraid of
accepted a
clowns.
Ticket from a clown.
You don't want to get
Yeah,
pulled over by a clown, Norm?
And
No,
they can
well,
stuff 8 of them in one car.
There you go.
Well,
You get a
listen,
ticket from each one of them? How does that work?
Well, it comes in it like a banana cream pie that they hit you in the face with, and
Belcher bottle.
the squirting flour on the lapel or something.
so for all you motorists out there, please, when you get on the Southern State, it's dangerous enough that the highway is such a mess. Keep your speed down, and if you see any clowns or if you see any police in hard hats, extra reasons to slow down.
Yep.
So this is a great new program, Nassau Senior Discount Program. More than 450 Nassau County businesses are now participating in this new program. I think it was kicked off by Bruce Blakeman. Seniors can receive discounts at participating local merchants. I think they have these stickers that are affixed to the building let you know that they're part of the program. You can go on a site and you can look up all the different stores, or if you're a store that wants to participate, you can sign up for that as well. So I think that's great.
I'm surprised they don't have that for most of the beaches. The beaches, there's only one beach, I think, in the town of Hempstead that gives a discount for seniors. If you go to Jones Beach, it's free, and there are no time restrictions. You can come anytime. But there's a different story at the beaches.
What? So Norm, let's back up on that. So you're saying Jones Beach is free for seniors? No
That's right.
park. Oh,
All state parks.
You mean the parking?
The parking, yeah.
Yes.
I know they charge $10 for parking, and usually I think after 4 p.m. I think it's free. I didn't realize that for seniors they let you in, so that's pretty cool.
There's never been a restriction on that, and I'm surprised that the town doesn't do that.
Do you
Well,
have
4
to get
p.m. all the seniors are off for the early bird dinner anyway. So.
Yeah. Do you have to like sign up for a special parking pass or something?
Nope. No.
Huh?
Oh, okay. Well,
Sometimes they'll ask you for license, but
Right.
that's it.
I did notice the Cherry Valley shopping
Supermarket over there?
Yeah, that they offer senior discounts and all during the week, and I think that's great. And I'd love to give them business. So the more that the community participates and the stores participate, it's great. I'd like to see restaurants participate in that also, because you know what, the cost of living is out of control, and certainly the cost of healthcare and all those types of things are just going through the roof. And if they can give back to the seniors who help build up Nassau County, that's a great thing.
I know what my grocery bills have been lately, so any bit they can help is a big deal.
Yeah.
I thought Stop and Shop also had a senior program. Is it only once a week, or possibly early in the morning?
And you know what? We'll have to look into that, because I'm not exactly sure what Stop and Shop's program is. But if they have it, that would be fantastic. And they can reach out to us and let us know, and we can post it up on the site and up on Facebook. So, it's interesting that this whole senior program was kicked off by Bruce Blakeman. Obviously, he's running for governor. He seems to be stepping up his campaign. I know he's only a couple of points behind Hochul. He's got this whole AI video campaign on social media, which is actually pretty effective. He's able to poke holes at some of the things that she's done, including the data center flip-flops, and he's trying to make a run of it.
It's ironic that he's using AI when she has come out recently and said, "Oh, we're not going to have the data centers," which of course are so vital for this AI production. Listen, I think he's going to do perfectly fine here on Long Island. Whether anybody upstate or in the 5 boroughs will even think of giving him a look is a good question.
Yeah.
Well, he's run a very tight ship on Nassau County. I mean, if that's an example of good government, I think he deserves to be heard. I don't know how his messaging is going in the 5 towns, in the 5 boroughs, but certainly on Long Island, he's well known.
It's almost an advantage in him not being well known upstate and other areas, because he gets to control the message and define himself rather than being defined.
I did see some
almost an advantage as opposed to Hochul, who's much more of a known quantity.
I did see something really interesting the other day. God help me, I was on Twitter about some election maps for the 5 boroughs, and there are some very noticeable red or light pink sections of Brooklyn and Queens, and to a lesser extent the Bronx. Whatever, I don't know which particular ethnic groups or which neighborhoods particularly, but we could get a little bit of a surprise, I think, if those parts of the 5 boroughs come out and vote in significant numbers for him. This could be a real race.
Oh, he'll get the
I,
anti-Mamdani vote for sure.
Yeah.
I think it's already a real race.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean,
Yeah,
he's come
They
from
can't vote
behind
against
by
the mayor.
like
They'll vote against
double
the
digits.
Democrat for governor.
I think in the end, he's gaining ground. He runs a good campaign. He's got a bunch of free Nassau County concerts coming up. I don't have the list of those, but you can go check wherever it is that you check. And he's giving it all he's got. So wish him luck, and wish Kathy Hochul luck as well. And most importantly, help New Yorkers and help New York seniors.
Let's
We
wish
appreciate
us
it.
luck. Forget about the
Yes.
candidates.
So there was a story out last week that I just wanted to fill everyone in on. Not directly related to West Hempstead, but News 12, which we all know and love, had announced some major layoffs. And someone came up to me and said, well, how is this going to affect News 12 Long Island? Keep in mind there are 7 News 12s all around the tri-state area when it was tied in directly into cable, for those of you who remember cable. And the cuts that News 12 had were really in Connecticut, Westchester, Hudson Valley, and the Bronx. And their 2 strongholds are in Long Island and New Jersey. And for the most part, those regions for now are being left alone. So the working theory is that News 12 is in Long Island is still going to be, the same as it, currently is, without any degradation of services. However, keep in mind that the ownership of the company that's owned by Altice, which is a multinational, is in deep doo-doo. The company is trading well under $1. And when Cablevision was owned by the Dolans, was trading $30, $40, $50 a share. Now it's trading at about 80 cents a share. So doesn't bode well for the future of News 12. Although you never know, maybe they find a different way to make money. And I think it's even deeper than just the linear TV. I don't think people watch local news anymore. I think everyone's addicted to their phones.
That's bad news for us on a podcast about local news, but at least our costs are a little lower than
No,
News
I
12.
watch News 12 every once in a while, and I think it's nice to have a local station.
No, it's great, and it's a great service. The question is, for how long can they continue to provide this service if they're not getting their audience? And cable, as we know it, is going to be pretty much dead as a doornail.
I cut the cable years ago, and I think a lot of people are. And what they have to do is get with apps and get with short form content and find a way to get advertising for that.
Yep.
Yeah,
no one's subscribing to cable anymore.
Getting rid of cable was the best thing I ever did.
Same.
I love my YouTube TV. I can get everything that I could possibly want with the latest technology. Sling is another great option that's out there. And again, I just don't think people are watching linear TV.
I killed mine earlier this year. I am down to internet service only because it's just we all know what happens with the cost. You sign up, it's like, oh, it's great, it's $69 a month, and then before you know it, it's up to $280 a month, and the rest of it. Look, I think we all understand the news business as a whole is really suffering as a financial concern anyway, because people are getting hot takes on social media or whatever, and the big companies are hurting as well as the small ones. And this is not the first we're going to hear of this.
No.
Side, if you go to Echo Park while you're swimming, they've got the big TVs playing News 12.
So there you go.
All day long. So
Echo
while you're doing
Park
the
will keep them in business.
Yeah.
And I did mention this a couple of months ago, that I decided to cancel my subscription for Newsday, and see how long and I've been a Newsday subscriber forever. the reality is, and I hate to admit this, I kind of miss the paper because it did
They'll take you back for half the price, probably.
Actually, you can get the digital service for literally 25 cents for 6 months.
I did see that earlier, yeah.
And I think I'm going back. I'm not sure if I'm going to get the paper, or certainly if I get the paper 7 days a week. But it is good to keep you posted on what's going on locally. And so I didn't think that I would miss it, but I do. And there you go.
If you go to one of the concerts at Jones Beach, they have Newsday people who will give you a free hoodie and a subscription if you sign up for a subscription.
Yeah, swag is always good.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. So as we're wrapping up, Dan, what's happening over at Reisterers?
What's happening at Reisterers is raspberry. I'm not sure if this is just this week, but at least at the moment, you can get a raspberry cronut for $2.50 each, raspberry crumb rafts $4 each, and raspberry lemon mousse cups, which sounds very good. I'm also hungry, so $4.50 each. All kinds of raspberry stuff as we're in really prime fruit season right now, and they've got all kinds of great stuff. You can order online, ourbakery.com, and there's all kinds of stuff going on.
Yeah, and don't forget, if maybe you're going up to visiting day at camp and you want to bring your kids some goodies, stop into Reisterers, load up on all their stuff. Your kids will love it, their bunkmates will love it, and
you will make a lot of friends, yes.
Yes.
Ask them to taste the miniature Linzer tarts.
There you
Unbelievable.
Yeah, well, listen, Norm, you can go up to, drive up to a camp for a few hours and deliver some Linzer tarts, and you will be the hero of the camp.
It'll be like the ice cream man. Ding-a-ding-a-ding-a-ding.
Bring it up for everybody.
I do miss good humor. I do hear Mr. Softy around, but for some reason it never comes down my block, so there you go. All right. Listen, this has been, a real pleasure seeing all you guys. Hopefully next time we're going to be in the studio and we're not going to be remote. If anyone out there in the audience has any questions, comments, or you just want to make fun of us, please go to our Facebook site or go to the website, and we'd love to hear from you.
Or stop us in the library and do it in person. Your call.
Or people can leave comments as well on this program, can't they?
They absolutely can.
And yes, they can. So
enjoy
this
the
is
summer, everybody.
Enjoy the summer. This has been another episode of This Week in West Hempstead. Thank you for listening, and stay tuned for our edition next week. Take care.
Thanks for watching, everybody. Please be sure to visit our sponsors, Spiegel Law PC, Tiffany Dry Cleaners, and Reister's Bakery. To find out more or to reach out to us, come visit us on social media at Facebook and Instagram, or visit our website at westhempsteadecho.com.